We're going to start standing. We'll have our magic circle. Let's have our feet just a little wider than the hips. Take a few centering breaths. Let the shoulders roll down the back. And just close your eyes here. Soften your jaw, soften the eyes. We'll take some deep breaths right into the heart center. As we breathe here, let's allow all of the thoughts that have been sifting through the brain to just filter into place. As you breathe, picture creating a clear space for you. On our next exhale, let's let our chin release down toward the chest. Let the eyes softly open. We'll bring our magic circle between the palms of the hands, holding the handles. As we breathe in, let's float those arms up overhead. With our exhale, let's lean to one side. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, lean to the other side. Let's go side to side. And let's reach straight up. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Roll those shoulders back. Let the shoulders release. Let's bring our feet just a little bit wider apart. Hold on to that circle out in front and we'll bend the knees, shoulders down the back. With our exhale, let's twist to the right. Lightly squeeze that circle. Inhale, center. Exhale the other way. Let's go side to side. Lightly squeeze into the circle at the bottom of your exhale. Let's do one more to each side. Then coming back to center, let's inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, release down. Let's bring our feet right underneath us now, back into Tadasana pose. As we breathe in, let's reach that circle up overhead. We'll lean toward the left this time, a little side bend. We'll hold there, lightly press into the circle. With our exhale, we're going to turn our torso downwards. So we're looking at our left foot. And with the inhale, we'll return to that pure side bend. Let's do that back and forth a few times. You'll feel those left oblique muscles, the side core muscles. We're lightly squeezing the circle. Let's do that one more time. And with the inhale, reach straight up, straight down. On the exhale, roll those shoulders back. Let the shoulders drop. And let's do the other side. We'll reach up tall, lean toward the right, hold there. Then with the exhale, turn that torso downward. Inhale back to the side bend. Let's keep on going. Keep a light, steady pressure in the magic circle. Let's do one more. Then back to our side bend. Inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, release down. Roll the shoulders back. Let the shoulders drop. Let's bring the feet wide again, about as wide as the narrow edges of the mat. Hold on to the circle like a big bus steering wheel, and we'll bend those knees, put the weight in the heels. We'll be a little lower this time. Let's twist to the right, really squeeze that circle. Inhale, center, twist to the left, squeeze that circle. Let's keep going. You may feel those side core muscles now that we've warmed them up. Let's do one more each side. Then back to center. Let's reach tall. Big inhale. Exhale, release down, and let's walk our feet back into Tadasana. Let's make our way to the middle of the mat. From there, we'll step the left foot forward a little bit and the right foot back. So we're coming into a warrior one pose. Bend that front knee. We'll reach our magic circle out in front, lightly squeeze into it. With our inhale, let's reach those arms upward and exhale down. We can lift a little in our pose on the inhale. Exhale down. Let's keep on going. As we exhale down, let's squeeze into that circle. One more time. We'll bring the circle down right in front of the chest, shoulders down the back. From there, let's open up to the right. So we're coming into a warrior two position. The circle will be out in front of the chest. Hips are open. We'll start to lightly pulse the palms into the circle. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we'll reach that circle up overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, release it down, and we'll return to our Tadasana pose. Let's take a moment here, just walking out the feet, coming back to the middle of the mat. Then we'll do the other side. Right foot forward, left foot back this time. Reach those arms out in front, shoulders down the back. With our inhale, let's reach those arms upward. Exhale down. We can lift a little. Exhale down. Press into that circle on the exhale. On this next one, we'll bring it down right in front of the chest. Then let's open toward the left with the torso, warrior two, letting the hips open. And we'll start to lightly pulse the palms into that circle. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, release down. We'll return to Tadasana pose. And let's put our circle down for now. So let's make our way toward the back of our mat, coming into Tadasana there. Let's bring the hands together at the heart center. Let's inhale, reach up, and we'll swan dive down on the exhale. Put a little bend in the knees. As we breathe in, let's lengthen the spine. Breathe out, let's fold deeper. Let's do that a couple more times with the breath. Once more. Then palms to the earth. Let's walk our hands forward, coming into a downward facing dog. Once we get there, let's bend one knee a lot, then the other. Then little by little, let's walk those palms toward the toes, forward fold. Roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. With our inhale, let's reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. Swan dive down. 3 times. We'll inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. And let's bring the palms to the mat. We'll walk our hands forward, coming into downward facing dog. Let's bend one knee a lot and then the other, breathing deep. Then let's walk our palms toward the toes, forward fold. Roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Once we rise, let's inhale, reach up. Exhale to the heart. We'll do this one more time, one final time. Reach to the sky, forward fold. 3 times, we'll lengthen the spine. Inhale, fold deeper on the exhale. . And this last time, we'll plant the palms, walk those hands forward into downward facing dog. Let's bend one knee a lot, then the other. And let's gently lower our knees down to the mat. Let's take a few breaths in cat-cow, drawing those collarbones forward on the inhale, rounding the back on the exhale. Let's breathe our way to a neutral spine. Step your right foot forward between the hands. Let's find our magic circle too. We're going to take that with us. We'll bring that between the palms of the hands and come up into a kneeling position. Let's lift tall through the crown of the head and the collarbones. We'll hold that magic circle right out in front. With our exhale, let's twist a little bit to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, slowly twist to the left and back to center. Let's keep on going. Squeeze into that circle as you twist. One more each side. Then let's come back to center. We'll reach the circle up overhead. Either stay right here or lean in with the hips a little bit, lifting the heart to the sky. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, come down. Let's set the circle down beside the mat. Bring the palms to the mat, and we'll step back either into down dog or child's pose, whichever you prefer. Let's take a few deep breaths there, recentering. Then let's meet up on hands and knees, and we'll do just a little side bending right here. Let's side bend to the left, inhale, exhale back to center, side bend to the right, exhale, center. Let's keep on going. One more each side. And back to center. Let's step our, let's see, which foot? Thank you. Left foot forward. Let's take our magic circle with us. We'll bring that between the palms of the hands. Lift tall through the collarbones. We'll reach the circle out in front. We'll twist to the left. Exhale. Inhale, center. Back and forth. Each time you twist, squeeze into that circle. Let's do one more twist. Then come back to center. With an inhale, let's reach that circle up overhead. And we'll either just stay here or start to lean a little deeper into that kneeling position, reaching tall through the fingertips. Let's take one more big inhale. Exhale down. We'll set the circle down and return either to down dog or child's pose again. Let's do a little figure 8 movement here, reaching the hips back in a semicircle and forward in a semicircle. And let's change direction. Same movement pattern. And we'll come on back to the center. Let's bring our hands right underneath the shoulders and the knees right underneath the hips. Take the magic circle into the palm of your right hand. Reach it out in front of you at arm's length. So we're going to balance that right palm on the circle with the shoulders down the back. Slide the left toes straight back behind you. Scoop the core in. Then we'll lift that left leg. we'll start to pulse that right palm down into the circle. As you do, you can lift that left leg from the glute. You're going to hug that left glute muscle to the bone. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold. Look over your left shoulder. Let that left hip open, and we'll lift that left leg just a little higher. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Release down. We'll set the circle down. Bring the knees a little wider than the hips and reach the hips back into child's pose. And let's scoop our way up back into a tabletop, bringing those knees right underneath the hips. Let's take our magic circle into our left hand, reach it forward, arm's length. Let's slide those right toes back, scoop the core in, and we'll lift that right leg. Start to pulse that left palm firmly down into the circle. As you do, pulse that right leg up to the sky without opening the hip. Really feel that glute getting stronger. Let's do 3, 2. On the last one, we'll press down and hold. Look over your right shoulder. Open up that right hip. Lift that right leg just a little higher for 3, 2, 1. Let's release down, set the circle down, and we'll return to our wide-kneed child's pose. Big toes touch. Reach those hips back. Let's rise back up into our tabletop position. From there, let's bring our left forearm down onto the mat, and we'll take our magic circle in our right hand. We'll hold it out in front of the chest at arm's length again. From there, we're going to lightly press down on the circle so it's more of an oval. Unweight your right knee. We're going to hold a steady pressure in the magic circle and start to circle that right hip up and around, up and around. Make as big a circle as you can. Keep a little micro bend in your right elbow. Then let's change the direction with this right hip. We'll do 3, 2, 1 more circle. Then let's stretch that right leg back behind us and up to the sky and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and let's rest. Child's pose, puppy pose, downward dog. Breathe deep. Let's rise back up. We'll do the other side. So coming back into our tabletop, we'll bring the right forearm down to the mat. Hold the magic circle in your left hand out at arm's length. Start to crush it. Then we'll unweight that left knee and do some hip circles. Put your weight in that right forearm. Yeah, pressing with that palm. Change direction with that left hip, making as big and smooth hip circles as you can. Let's do 2 more. Then reach that left leg up to the sky. Open up that hip and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Let's rest. Child's pose, puppy pose, downward dog. Whichever you prefer. And let's rise on up. We're going to come to a seat just briefly. So let's find a cross-legged seat if that's available to your hips. So you could do Sukhasana with both feet on the ground, or you could bring one foot up over the other shin. Let's find both of those sits bones. With our inhale, let's reach up tall. And exhale, press out and down. Let's do that a couple times. Imagine your own personal bubble. Peaceful, Let's do one more just like that. And we'll inhale, reach up. We're going to turn a little bit toward the right. So we're looking over that right thigh. From there, let's float the arms down to the ground, touching the fingertips to the ground. We should feel a nice stretch in the muscle areas that we just worked. So let's let the chest release toward that right thigh. Let both hips press lightly downward toward the mat. Then let's walk our hands toward that right knee, stacking the spine. Once we're there, let's inhale both arms up to the sky. We're going to bring those arms out to about shoulder height and hold. From there, let's twist to the right. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. We'll do each side one more time. You can make it a true Kundalini move and do a thumbs up here. Let's come back to center. With our inhale, let's reach up. We'll turn toward that left thigh. Reach far out over that leg. Bring the fingertips to the ground. Let the back round. We'll take the same deep stretch on the second side. Energetically press that right sits bone down. And let's walk our hands toward that left knee, stacking the spine. Once we're stacked, we'll inhale, reach up to the sky. Just exhale, both arms out and down. Roll the shoulders back. Let those shoulders drop down. Let's stretch our legs out into a wide V. And let's find our magic circle, our friend, the magic circle. Let's hang on to it between the palms of the hands. With our exhale, sorry, Sandy. Our exhale, let's twist to the left. Inhale, center. Twist to the right. We'll go side to side as you twist, squeeze into that circle. I think of you as so flexible. I just was sure you could reach that. Let's do one more each side. Then we'll come on back to the center. We'll reach those arms up overhead. We're going to do a little side bend to the left, just a little micro bend. And then we're going to turn the torso down. So we're looking straight down at that left hip. Turn back to our side bend. So just like we started this morning, you'll feel those left obliques. Lightly squeeze into that circle. We'll do one more. Then we'll reach the circle right up overhead. Big inhale. We're going to reach it as far forward as we can. And then put the palms right on top of it. And we'll rest here in this deep forward fold. And let's slowly stack that spine. Bringing our hands to the handles again of our magic circle. Let's reach it up to the sky. Big inhale. Little tiny twist to the right. We want both sits bones still, or sorry, not a side bend to the right. Sits bones still on the mat. Then we'll twist the torso down. Exhale. Inhale it up. So we're looking down at that right hip. Then back to our side bend. Let's keep on going. Keep a steady pressure in the magic circle. One more. Then we'll reach those arms straight up overhead. Big inhale. Reach as far forward as you can. And then set the circle down. Bring those palms right on top of it and melt the heart. Take some nice long exhales here. And let's slowly stack that spine. We're gonna just set our magic circle aside for a moment. We'll do one more thing seated in this position. So let's reach those arms straight forward. We're gonna pull our belly button back, but reach the arms further forward. Exhale. As we inhale, we'll stack that spine back up. So exhale, pull your belly button back, reach with the fingers. Inhale, stack the spine. Let's keep on going. This is like the essence of Pilates right here. The non-fun Pilates. Why people hate Pilates right here. We'll do two more. Or maybe we love it. Last one. We'll stack that spine, reach both arms up, inhale. We'll turn toward the left and float the arms down over that left leg. Let's rest there breathing. Big hamstring stretch. And let's float those arms up, reach to the sky, big inhale. We'll turn toward the right and float back down again on that side, holding here for a deep stretch. And let's rise up, reach right up the midline, big inhale. Right down the center for one last big forward fold. Nice long exhales. And let's walk those hands back in and make your way slowly down onto your back. Feel that nice neutral lower back. Then let's stretch the legs up to the sky just in a leisurely way. Let's do a bicycle move with the legs, breathing deep. Let's change direction. And let's bring the soles of the feet back down to the mat. Let's scoot the hips to the right just a couple of inches. Let the knees drop away to the left. Let's look out over our right shoulder and reach away with that right arm. And let's do a little queenly wave with that right arm. Just reaching the arm upward and then down. Should stretch out those armpit muscles that we've also been working. And just allow that right arm to release. Take a full inhale, full exhale. And let's sway those knees back to center. Slide the hips over to the left. Let the knees drop away to the right. Let's look over that left shoulder, reach away with that left arm. And we'll do some wave movements with that left arm, whatever feels good here. And let the arm release to the mat. Take a full inhale and exhale. Let's bring the knees back to center. Slide those hips back to the center of the mat. Feel that neutral spine. Let's reach our arms up to the sky. Open up the hands really wide. Take an inhale and make a tight fist on the exhale. Let's do that a few more times. Inhaling, stretching all 10 fingers out wide. Exhaling, make a fist. And let's let our hands release. You can wiggle the fingers a little bit. And let's gently make our way with our magic circle to our left side. So we're going to side lounge on our left side. We're going to put the magic circle around the thighs. So we'll stack the thighs and they'll be inside the magic circle. So let's balance on our left forearm here. For a moment, if you like, you can take that right hand underneath your left ribs and lift them up away from the mat just to really activate those oblique muscles. Then let's put our right hand on the back of our head. Press your head into your hand. We'll do some clamshells. So keep the inside edge of the feet together. But we'll lift that right thigh against the magic circle and then bring it down. Keep pressing your head into your hand, rolling that right shoulder back. Let's do 4, 3, 2. On the last one, we'll press up into the magic circle and hold, just lightly pressing out. And we're going to turn our torso so we're looking straight down at our left elbow crease. And then turn the torso so our heart is lifting up to the sky. Turn that torso down without lowering it. Turn it up. One more time. Once we're turned up, we'll hold there. Lower that right knee. Lift both heels. We'll do one more set of clamshells right from here, lifting and lowering that right thigh, keeping those heels lifted. Keep pressing your head into your hand. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. We're going to keep the circle around the thighs, but make our way down onto our back. So come on down onto the mat. Soles of the feet on the mat. We should be able to lightly press out on the circle here with the feet maybe just a little wider than the hips. Arms at our sides. Let's lift those hips straight up into bridge, lightly press out on the circle. Lower straight down. Lift straight up, pressing out. Lower straight down. Let's keep on going. Involve the glutes here. Use those glute muscles to press upward. Let's also involve the core, drawing the belly button a little bit down and in. So we're snugging the whole torso area. Let's do 3 more. On our last one, let's lift right up and hold. We'll start to pulse the thighs out into the circle. Just the teeny tiniest little pulse. We'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lift those hips just a little higher. Take one more inhale and then lower down. Let's rock the pelvis side to side, swaying those knees a little bit if that feels good. And let's make our way onto our right side. We'll lounge on our right hip. We'll be on our right forearm. Stack the thighs inside the magic circle. Let's put our left hand on the back of the head, press into it, and we'll start to press that left thigh up. So we're doing clamshells up and into the magic circle. On our next one, let's press that thigh into the circle and hold. We're going to turn the torso. So we're looking at that right elbow crease. Then turn the torso. So we're looking up to the sky. Let's keep on going. Try not to lower the torso at all. Just turn its orientation. You'll feel those oblique muscles. Keep pressing into the magic circle. We'll do one more. Look up to the sky. Let that left knee come down. Lift the heels. Then we'll do clamshells again, pressing that left thigh up into the magic circle. Keep lifting your head, pressing the back of the head into your palm. Keep lifting those right ribs away from the mat. We'll do 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold for 3, 2, 1. And release everything. Let's come down onto our back. Keep the magic circle around the thighs. Soles of the feet to the mat, arms at our sides. Feet just a little wider than the hips. Again, we're going to do some bridging. So push up, press out into the circle, lower down. Keep scooping that tailbone under, pressing the thighs out into the magic circle. For those of us with any SI joint stuff, this can be a very satisfying move. It helps lever those joints deep into their socket where they belong. Let's do 2 more. On the last one, we'll lift and hold little teeny tiny pulses out on the magic circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Let's take the circle out. We'll put it on the ball of the right foot and hang on to the circle with the hands. Let's stretch that right leg up to the sky and stretch the left leg out down on the mat. Take a few deep breaths, just reaching that right leg straight up to the sky and nestling the shoulders down the back. Let's hang on to the magic circle just with our right hand now. Let the left arm open out to the left, and we'll let that right leg open out to the right. Let's breathe here. Engage the core. We'll draw that right leg right up over the hip. Change hands. We'll bring our right hand straight down to the crest of that pelvis on the right side. Anchor that down, and we'll cross the midline with this right leg just a few inches. Keep that right sits bone on the mat. And let's come back to center. We're going to take the circle away, but keep the right leg lifted. Actually, let's give it just a little rest. Take the circle away. We'll bend the right knee, clasp the hands over it, and give it a nice hug. Then we'll stretch it back up to the sky, arms at our sides, and we'll start to trace a circle up on the ceiling with this right leg. Keep the torso really neutral and gradually make this circle as big and smooth as you can today. And let's change direction. One more circle. And we'll bring this right knee back close to the chest. Clasp your hands over that shin. And let's rock this right thigh side to side. Let's rock the thigh to the right. We're going to put our right hand on the knee, and we'll bring our left hand to the sole of that foot. Gently draw the foot a little bit closer. Flex the toes. Breathe deep. And release. We'll put the soles of both feet on the mat. Just notice they might feel very different right now. Let the arms release out wide to either side. Walk the feet a little wider apart than the hips, And we'll sway those knees side to side, massaging over the glutes. Let's come back to center. Bring the feet hip distance apart. We'll take our magic circle and bring it to the ball of the left foot. Just stretch that left leg straight up to the sky and stretch the right leg out long on the mat. Breathe deep here, nestling those shoulders down. And let's hold on just with that left hand. Let the right arm release out to the right. And we'll let that left leg release open to the left. Rest here, breathing. From the core, let's scoop that left leg back to center. Switch hands. Bring that left hand to the left crest of the pelvis. Anchor it, and we'll cross the midline with this left leg. See if the jaw can release a little more and the shoulders. And let's bring it back to center. Take the circle away. We'll just set that down. Clasp the hands over that left shin and pull that left thigh in close. Nestle those shoulders down to the mat. Take a couple of deep breaths. Then let's stretch the left leg up to the sky. Let the arms release to our sides. We'll start to circle this left leg, gradually making the biggest circle that we can, while keeping the torso really still so we're not letting the torso tip. Let's change direction. One more big circle. Let's bring that left thigh in close. Clasp the hands over that shin. And let's start to rock that right thigh side to side, softening those shoulders. Let's come back to center. We'll hold that left knee in the left hand. Bring the right hand down to the sole of the foot, and we'll draw the foot a little closer to the chest for a deeper stretch. Keep those deep breaths flowing through. And let's release. We'll put the sole of that foot on the mat, sole of the right foot on the mat too. Bring the feet a little wider than hips. Open those arms nice and wide, and let's sway the knees side to side. Let's make our way back into center. I'd like to take the next few minutes of class for any pose that would feel good to your body. We did a lot of oblique work. We did a lot of hip stuff today. You may be warmed up for a pigeon pose if that's something you enjoy. We haven't used the ball. You could put that under your sacrum or under the upper back for a supported fish pose. You can also just go right into Shavasana, which is always lovely. Some time in the next 10, 12 breaths or so. Let's make our way into Shavasana if you haven't already done so. Let's bring our awareness back to the present moment. Check in with your heart. Notice how you feel. Let's take some deeper breaths, wiggling the fingers and the toes, stretching if that feels good. Let's slowly, gently make our way to one side. Coming into fetal pose. We'll use our hands to help press our way up to a centered seat, taking all the time in the world to get there. Let's close our eyes once we find our seat. Take a moment to bring your hands together at the heart center and bow your head to your own heart, the seat of your deepest wisdom. Let's invite this practice to make us stronger in our mind, our body, and our spirit. I appreciate you all coming out in the rain. Let's invite this good energy to stay with us throughout the days ahead and to radiate outward to everyone whose lives we touch. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Namaste.